Thank you much, Nicole. It is 20 after 6. It is Free Legal Advice Day, day to celebrate. As always, Attorney Dave Betras is hanging out with us in the studio. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. It's good to see you back from vacay, all rested and everything.
Refreshed. I wish I had a better tan, but I was only there for a week. So.
Yeah.
All right, we got a ton of questions. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, this one came from Facebook. It says, I was wondering if there's anything I can do about this. I had a breast cancer reconstruction surgery denied by insurance. They said it was coded as cosmetic, so they didn't cover it because it was a cosmetic surgery. I contacted the doctor, the insurance company, and the hospital. The hospital denied that it was coded incorrectly. She appealed the insurance, and it was denied again. It's a $20,000 debt that's now been turned into collections. She hasn't paid anything on it. 5 years later, they sent a bill to try and settle 10%. They said there's more to this story, but any advice would be greatly appreciated.
I hate insurance companies. I would have fought the insurance company more, whoever brought that question in. Mm-hmm. You could have filed suit against the insurance company. I'd have to see the policy and everything, but that's ridiculous. I mean, it sounds like she had breast cancer and had a mastectomy or a partial mastectomy. And that's part of the treatment. It's not cosmetic. She's not going in for breast enlargement. She's going in because they removed a breast.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean...
So should she get an attorney involved at this point? It's been 5 years. Is it still...
Yeah. They're still trying to collect their money.
All right, there you go. All right, this one came from email. It says, if I'm married and making my will but don't want my partner to be the beneficiary of my estate, can I set someone else in charge of their belongings, or does it have to be a spouse?
So... unless you have a prenup, the law protects a spouse. So if you make a will and try to cut out your spouse, she or he can elect against the will. So there's certain things under Ohio law you must provide for them. So if your answer is, can you cut them out altogether? No. But if you see a lawyer, I'll tell you what you have to give them by law.
Okay. All right. This one came from email as well. It says their basement flooded with all the rain they got recently. It has never happened before. They're concerned it has something to do with city work that's happening near their road. So is there somebody they should contact about having someone look into this, a lawyer, or someone to come and do an inspection first?
I would get an inspection first. You got to know where that water came from. And then if they have a council person, I would go to the council person and see if the city or the contractor might have insurance for that. If that doesn't work, if you have homeowners, try to turn it into your homeowners. But your homeowners is going to want to know where that water came from. So, inspection first, city council person next, and the insurance at the same time. You don't get any relief there, then you get a lawyer involved.
All right. This one also came from email. The person asked, a lot of us, you have to use a phone for work. They asked, is it legal for a company to require you to add apps like a time clock or an app allowing them to contact you for work on your personal cell phone? Can you refuse to use your personal cell phone for company use?
Yeah, but then they can fire you.
Okay. That's a fair point.
Yeah, if you don't want them doing that, then just say you're not going to do that, and then they can fire you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, that's the way the cookie... I hate these apps.
Yeah.
Because I have so many passwords. And, a lot of times you don't go in and use the app, and then when you have to, if it didn't get your face or something, I'm like, oh, God, what was the password on this? I can't remember, right? I can't remember all these passwords.
Then you go to reset it and say, oh, you can't use the previous password.
Yeah.
We feel your pain.
Honestly, these passwords are driving me nuts.
Driving us all nuts, believe me. All right, he'll be back for round two here in about 15 minutes. In between, give us a call. There's the number right there on your screen. He'll answer some questions in the meantime, and we'll be back talking money after the break. Welcome back, India. 6:43 here on your Monday morning. Once again, it is Free Legal Advice Day. Attorney Dave Betras back for round number 2. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, so is our caller. We have a caller on the line. Caller, go ahead with your question for Attorney Betras.
Good morning.
Ski, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Where are you calling from first?
I'm calling from Austin.
All right, go ahead.
I have a question. In the last, I have bought cars for 2 of my family members. Both times I have paid cash for the car.
Okay.
One time it involved a trade-in. Okay. My question is, why do I have to pay a $300 to $400 documentation fee?
I don't know why you're paying a $300 to $400 documentation fee. Did you ask the dealership that?
Well, unfortunately, I did not.
Well, I don't think every dealership charges a documentation. There's licensing fees and titles, but they're not $300.
I don't even remember. It's been a while since
I just bought a car. I didn't pay any documentation fee. I always buy extra insurance on my wheels because I always hit my wheel rims. The guy that I bought the car from said, "Here, I'm going to give you your money back. I'm losing money on this deal."
All right, so is there anything he can do?
I would go to the dealership and ask them what that documentation fee is. All right, you got to find out what they charged you $300 for, okay?
Do I have any legal stand?
I don't know that until they'll tell you what the documentation fee's for. And then if it sounds something bogus, you can take them to small claims court for it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right.
All right. This one's from a renter-related question. Can your landlord charge you a pet deposit for an emotional support dog?
No, I don't think so. Under the Americans with Disability Act, that is not a pet. It's a service animal. So I would get a hold of the Ohio Attorney General and see if they have any help they can offer you, and go from there.
Yeah, good question. This one says, can you claim your children on taxes even if your kids are being taken care of by grandparents?
That's better for an accountant, but if you have dependents and probably, unless the grandparents are taking the deduction, if they didn't do anything formal through court or anything, they probably could still take the children as dependents.
All right. This is another flooding-related question. Person says their basement's flooded several times over the last 20 years with sewage water, them and their neighbors. The city's come out a few times to take a look at the drains, hired someone to inspect them, who said the answer was inconclusive. They keep saying they're going to fix the problem, but so far haven't. The person's gone to city council meetings. It happened again 2 weeks ago with the heavy rain and more sewage water, more belongings lost. So is there any way they could sue the city or take some sort of legal action to make them take the problem more seriously?
So what you need to do is just be I would get an independent inspection as to why this is doing it. And if it is the city's fault, probably because they were on notice about it, you'll want to turn this into your homeowner's insurance, of course. But you want to make sure you get the problem fixed. And so you're relying on someone else to diagnose the problem. You could call someone in and have them diagnose the problem.
All right. This is a medical-related question. Person says, a friend of mine lost her baby after a C-section when medical professionals neglected the fetal monitor, which showed the baby's heart had stopped 12 minutes before anyone did anything. Sponges were then left inside of her. She got an infection. She had to go back in, have them surgically removed. Does she have a case?
Absolutely, she has a case.
On both of these points?
Well, I'd have to see on the C-section, but if 12 minutes, that's not on a fetal heart monitor, there's something wrong there. So probably give our office a call. That's something we absolutely would be interested in.
All right, there you go. Another session of free legal advice is now in the books. And don't worry, Dave took care of us well.
I always take care of them. But no one out there asks me for donuts because only they get the donuts.
We're special. All right, thank you, Dave.